Hi, this is Jake Smith from Boardwalk Potatoes. It's good to be with you. And I wanted to talk with you a little bit about something of a political nature that is as sure as the swallows returning to Capistrano. And that is that every 4 years, without question, the Socialist Democrats will accuse a Republican running for president of trying to get rid of, destroy, defund Social Security. And just like the swallows returning to Capistrano today, Joe Biden has accused President Trump of trying to defund Social Security. Now, there's unfortunately a problem with this because our senior citizens, those who rely on their Social Security payments every month, and there are millions of them across the country, all they will see from the Marxist state media is a headline: Trump going to defund Social Security. Why? Because Biden said it. So if Biden says it, Marxist state media says it must be true. So seniors pick up on that. They see that headline. Most people just read a headline and assume what's in the story anyway. And that is what's going to happen. And the AARP will also join in, and their magazine will opine and say, Joe Biden accuses Donald Trump of defunding or planning to defund Social Security. Now, here's exactly what Joe Biden said. I just want to make sure I have the quote exactly here at my hands. And it says, if Donald Trump's extreme proposal goes into effect, the checks that American seniors are relying on, that you rely on to pay your bills, to buy your medicine, to live, will stop coming. Now, first of all, Joe, seniors don't get any checks. They haven't gotten checks since, 2012? Will you please, Joe and Nancy Pelosi, stop saying seniors are going to stop getting their checks? Because what's going to happen is today, before this day is out, I guarantee you, my 92-year-old mother in Florida is going to call me. And she's going to say, son, am I going to lose my Social Security? And that's what's going to happen. Millions of seniors across the country are going to believe that they are going to lose their Social Security if what? If Donald Trump is reelected. That's the main goal. But do not lose sight of the fact, my friends, that this is nothing short of terroristic threatening. The target are seniors. They are trying to instill fear in our seniors with the help, of course, of Marxist state media and the AARP, that leftist organization, that if we reelect Donald Trump, he will dismantle, defund, and destroy Social Security and Medicare. Donald Trump is going to push Granny off the cliff. And that is what they're trying to do. They do it every 4 years. And you know what? Every 4 years, I have to explain to my mother, no, Mom, you are not going to lose your Social Security. But this is what they do. This is how they treat seniors. And obviously, their goal is to instill fear in seniors who are determined to go to the polls this year and not vote for Donald Trump, because if they do, they're going to lose their Social Security. Vote for Joe Biden. Now, for those of you who are wondering about President Trump and Social Security, this is nothing new. Ronald Reagan was accused by Jimmy Carter of planning to get rid of Social Security. First President Bush was accused by the Socialist Democrats of planning to get rid of Social Security. George W. Bush, if you remember back in, let's see, was it 2004? Yes, it was 2004 that George W. Bush floated an idea that to help save Social Security from insolvency, that younger workers would get the opportunity to opt out and use the money to invest themselves. Oh no, the Socialist Democrats, they don't want us having power over our own money. Problem is, Joe Biden, my friends, he has plans for your 401k money. He has plans for my 401k money as well. He has plans to use that 401k money, he and Kamala the Commie Harris, to fund their socialist programs. They're coming after our 401ks. Remember, you heard it here first. But the issue is specifically with regard to George W. Bush, that they said, no, we don't want people having their own say over where that money goes. And the Socialist Democrats have been saying, we own Social Security, it's ours. Republicans have no right to talk about Social Security. We own it. My friends, they don't own it, we own it. Just because Franklin Roosevelt signed the legislation does not mean that the Socialist Democrats own it. And as a matter of fact, wasn't it LBJ who back in 1968 opened Pandora's box, unlocking the Social Security Trust Fund and dooming Social Security to insolvency at some point in the future? And of course, that point is coming up. Now, Joe Biden says that Social Security is going to run out of money if President Trump is allowed to do what he wants to do within 4 years. Well, guess whose second term would be up in 4 years? President Trump. That means don't vote for President Trump because you'll destroy Social Security. That's the messaging. President Trump wanted to temporarily suspend FICA payments to help not only workers, but businesses. Because of the Socialist Democrats' mismanagement of Social Security, my friends, have you noticed that your FICA withholding is actually more than your federal withholding taxes? And on top of that, did you know that your employer has to match your contribution? Throughout this recession, not only are workers struggling, they've lost their jobs, they're struggling to keep their jobs, they're perhaps working less hours, but businesses are struggling as well. President Trump's suggestion to temporarily suspend FICA withholding helps workers as well as businesses. But remember, the Socialist Democrats say, you can't touch Social Security because we earn it. We own it. It's ours. Well, the bottom line is this. The Socialist Democrats, have bankrupted the Social Security system. President Trump has nothing to do with that. So if they own it, they're going to own it, because when it does fail, and it will eventually, they're the ones that are going to get blamed. They're the ones that did it. And all the ideas that Republicans have had over the years to try to fix Social Security will fall by the wayside, because the Socialist Democrats said, we're not taking any ideas for Social Security from you Republicans because Social Security belongs to us. The bottom line is, Joe Biden, stop with the terroristic threatening. Socialist Democrats, stop with the terroristic threatening targeting our seniors. Stop threatening them with respect to Social Security. It's mean, it's evil, and it's wrong. For Boardwalk Potatoes, I'm Jake Smith.